Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. This is a What If Deku was a Dragonkin, part 11. As we cut to David Shield, as he sees the camera get blasted, as he's like, oh dear, he's an angry one. As he kind of laughs nervously. Just out of scientific curiosity, what he said, will he do? Just out of curiosity, of course. Miss Mina? It all depends on how angry you make him. You're pretty good as long as he doesn't start twitching near his mouth. That's when you might as well just give up. And what exactly are you? What is this exactly? As she's looking at a monitor. Oh, it's nothing. It's just a normal hallway. As Mina looks as she sees a couple saw blades shoot out at Izuku, as Izuku blocks it with his arms, bending the saw blades as they hit the two walls. A normal hallway, is it? As you have Mina, not Mina, but Melissa. Dad, normal hallways don't have shooting saws coming out of the wall. You're gonna get him killed. As David Shields like, Hoppykosh, the boy will be fine. I've already I've built this area just for for him specifically. With his genetics, these won't pierce his skin at all. And judging by the records I was able to attain, he's not entirely, as Melissa Shield gives David Shield a look as she tilts her head towards Mina. As, yeah, what were you going to say, Mr. Shield? If it has anything with my, if it has anything to do with my Izu, I want to know. As Melissa, my apologies, my father just misspoken. That's all. As Mina's not buying this, as she's like, they're hiding something, and I'm gonna find what it is. As we cut back to the instance right before the saws come lunging at Izuku, as he's walking down the hallway, as two saws comes out of the wall, of the metal wall, it's slit open for a slot to shoot them out. It's all this whole area is booby trapped. So as two saw blades come shooting at him, as he blocks it with his hand, making sure his clothes weren't getting shredded. His clothes is made out of his hair, so they're fireproof, and you're good on that. But when it comes to sharp objects, not so much. It won't hurt him, but he doesn't like ruined clothes. He likes these clothes, so he's like, no, he's not all about to get dirty. As Izuku keeps walking down the archway or whatever he's under or whatever tunnel he's in, as he's walking, as he's blocking saw blades being shot out of the wall constantly, as he's blocking them, as he's doing all right for right now. As he's been blocking with the palm of his hand, the back of the palm of his hand, just slapping it away. That's how he's reflecting the saw blades because of his hard scales. As Izuku stops, gets into a running stance as a saw blade coming at Izuku as he blocks out of the way without looking. As you know his wings his wings come out of his back, ripping the back of his shirt. Great. Now I gotta buy a new pair. Whoever did this is gonna pay. as he goes in a running, as he goes in a sprint, running as he starts to fly through the hallway. As Izuku gets to end of the tunnel or the archway or hallway he's in, it's big enough to have like three groups of people walking in different lines, so it's pretty big. As he's flying through, as he sees the end of the hall of the tunnel thing, as his door, he doesn't have enough time. As saw blades are still flying at him, as he's passing through the hallway in mid-flight, as he creates a fire spear blowing up the door, as he puts his wings in position so he doesn't, hurt his wings. Why he's free diving, flying strictly into the door, as he drags his claws into the ground, as he slows his speed, as he stops, as he sees, around the room was a doorway across the way, but in the room it says a bunch of pods. He sees all the pods. He's like, whatever that is, I'm not touching those. As he walks, as he's trying to walk across the dome room, as he gets in the middle of it, as all the pods activate, as all Izuku could see is bright, glowing blue eyes from each of the pods that are scattered all around the room, all around the dome room. As you have these robots come walking out, as they all turn towards Izuku, as their eyes, go a bright blue, identifying the target. As we cut to David's shield and Melissa's shield. Oh, before I go any further into the story, I believe I made Azawa, Eraserhead, married to the director of the Hero Suppressed Task Force. In this, what if? If I didn't, he is. Not sure if I gave the director a name for the Supports Hero Task Force. It's going to be a Rosefield because I use that name common in my what ifs. If you're new, I occasionally put in the family Rosefield in certain situations for the story, and an organization called Hades, but they're not in this one, so don't worry about that. Dad, are you seriously? Am I seeing combat bots? And how? Where did you get that? We don't develop weapons here. Sweetheart, they're not combat bots, they're security bots. As he kind of does a nervous laugh, as Melissa I know that symbol. Dad, what the hell is going on? Why do you have Hero Suppressed Task Force bots here? As a woman comes walking through with a bunch of security guards, I believe I can answer that, Miss Shield. As hi, Rosefield. As he nervous laughing. So, has it begun, David? Yes, he's at the room. Good. I'm interested in what he's capable of. As Melissa Shields like, what's going on? Why are you working with the Hero Suppressed Task Force? I can answer that, Miss Shield. You see, me and your dad have a common interest in young Izuku Tsushima. And we are well aware of what he is. We simply want to see what he's capable of, just in case he becomes a threat in the future. As mean as what do you mean a threat? My easy wouldn't do anything bad. And as Miss Rosefield looks over, Director Rosefield, Mina Ashido, you're a very interesting one. A little too obsessive over alien for my taste, but don't worry, we won't act on anything as long as he follows the rules. That he follows the status quo. After all, he is planning to go to UA. We want to make sure he's heading to the right direction. Mina gets tired of it. I want to know what's going on. Why are you so on why are you doing this easy in the first place? As Miss Rosefield, she just Mina wants to know why all this surveillance, all this cloak and dagger stuff. It's simple, Mina, Miss Ashido. Your boyfriend is very powerful, and some other things that we can't divulge, personal information, even to someone so close to the subject. But the one thing we do know, Miss Ashido, the boy knows of his. He knows what he is. You're gonna have to get that information from him. As they pay attention to the screen, as Mina sees all the battle mechs or battle robots all surrounding Izuku, all the robots as they all take aim, as they all say in sequence, target required, neutralizing, neutralizing the subject now. As they all fire at Izuku, as Izuku's dodging quite a bit of them, but they're using laser tech stuff. So, yeah, he got hit quite a bit. As Izuku jumps, as he breathes fire, burning a good portion of them out as they explode. Now, the Hero Suppress Task Force is trying to gauge Izuku's capabilities and somehow find a way to neutralize him if he ever becomes, a threat to mankind in general. So they've been mostly focused on Izuku, a good portion. Well, the director has, and this whole incident, it was officially a Hero Suppress Task Force mission. So David Shield doesn't get in trouble any way, shape, or form. Even though I think he's in international waters, but yeah, no he gets in no trouble whatsoever. And they look past all his other little mazes he likes to put the winners of the Cork Blast tournament because he's a bit of a mad scientist. Nothing as dangerous as this stunt that he's been doing with Izuku. It's much the ones he does to other companions, other winners of the tournament. They're they're way grayed down. Not as Izuku's a lot more, he's a lot more powerful. So David Shield had a field day with this. What I have planned. So let's get back to the what if. As Izuku jumps in the air, as he's taking flight, as all the robots, the combat robots, I guess you call them, the battle droids of Star Wars, but basically what it is, as they're firing at Izuku, as Izuku's diving down, as he dives down, he throws he creates and throws a fire spear as soon as he gets in target, as he's picking them off one by one, as they all get into a formation, as they force Izuku down to the ground, as he despawns his wings, as he rushes forward, grabs the one by the arm, and charging a blast of fire, straight in the mech's face, melting it as it falls to the ground. As it blows up, as it blew up near Izuku. His outfit got damaged again, but he's not a. It didn't hurt him whatsoever. He wasn't too close to the explosion. So let's just say when the robot hit the ground before it exploded, he kicked it. So that doesn't happen. So he doesn't have to, get blown up of all things he's had to deal with today. As Izuku activates a little bit of his speed. Oh, he used a little bit of magic to boost his speed. As Izuku blitz one of the bots that are not grouped up. As several bots are firing at him. As Izuku slides under the robot's legs. As he grabs the robot by the back of his arms. As he's using the robot as a shield. As the robot's blasting randomly. No, let's say he grabbed one arm, as one arm is free, as the robot's trying to blast Izuku, but Izuku grabs the arm as he directs the beam weapon or the laser weapon to the other bots, as he's destroying a whole lot of them. As the robot finally, it's done, as it shuts off. Izuku sees the last group of them, as he drops the robot, as he begins to walk towards them. The walking runs to a sprint. The sprint turns into a run as he charges up. As he enchants some of his strength, a little bit of magic. As he, enchant his strength that much for a little more boost. As the robots create a shield around them, it's like a kind of like an energy shield kind of deal. As each robot is built in with it, so they use it all together to make it stronger. As Izuku's pounding it, it's like quite an impressive machine. Let's see how well you handle the heat. As he slams his palms onto the shield. As there's a drawback between him doing this with his hands. But his scales, a normal person's hands would have been melted, but he's a dragonkin, so he doesn't have that weakness. So he has stronger scales, and his skin is generally made to be in volcanoes. So yeah, it's not gonna do anything to him. As he pushes it back, as he releases heat from into his hands, as he starts, yeah, he did this all by. He didn't want to release. He didn't want to use his move this soon. DQ jumps up, kicks the barrier as he does a backflip. As he got a good amount of distance away from him. As he's like, I guess I have no choice. I'm not about to lose to some bunch of buckets and bolts. As he channels a good portion of magic into his hands, as his scales are glowing a little bit, the outlines of the scale, as his hands are extend, all 5 fingers of the hand is extend into a clawing motion, as he screams out, "Fire Claw!" Yeah, I don't know what to call it. We don't. Well, I'm not. Well, I won't name it now, but I'll let you guys pick up a name. Leave a name on the comment. As he channels the magic with the fire, make it into. I'm trying to figure out how to. I'm trying to figure out how the best way to describe this. Each slash looks like this. Fire slashes that infuses magic as it shoots towards robots. It goes towards them. As he swipes his hand, as all these fire slashes come strictly at the robot, with the shield, cutting right through their energy shield, slicing them all into little pieces. Because he was using both hands as he's using this attack. As he sliced them up into little pieces, like I said. Sorry, guys, let me get this. Quite impressive. Shield, are you running the? Are you scanning? Did you scan everything? Yes, Miss Rosefield. I will send a copy to your people. Good. Well, that's out of the way. We can have some real fun. As he pressed a button, as Miss Rose was like, "What are you doing, Shield?" Oh, I wanted to test out my pet project, and this is the perfect chance. As Izuku tries to go, tries to activate the door shuts down. As Izuku looks at the camera, this is not funny, whoever you are. You're just making me more pissed off. As a elevator door appears outside of the wall, as the wall separates, as you know, it was a hidden secret elevator. As the voice directs him to go to the elevator. Don't worry, you'll meet your friend soon enough. As Izuku gets down to the elevator, as it finally stops, as the door opens, as he's in a bigger dome than he was before, as it's big enough for them to have if big enough for have several dog fights if people had like flying quirks. It's that big because of plot convenience. So it's a big dome room with nothing in it, as it has one door. It has several doors. The one Ezekiel came from, and he got one area of the room that's a big blast door that's something big you can walk through it. And there's side doors. So he's as Ezekiel's like looking at this big humongous door as he's trying to figure out which way to go. As soon as David said it's showtime, as he cracks his knuckles, as he's typing on his electronic device like a computer. They're in a control room, so he's getting everything ready. As the door slowly open, as Izuku sees two glowing blue eyes. Just one. Great, more robots. This is becoming very irritating, whoever you are. So, I'm definitely roasting you. When I find you, oh, I'm going to enjoy it a little too much. Deku hears big footsteps coming through the way where that what he thinks is a droid, as big humongous metal claws come in view. As it arches up, as it looks down on Izuku. As Izuku looks up at this humongous robotic dragon, as his eyes, are glowing blue. As it says, it's huge. As Izuku throws a fire blast, as he immediately takes flight. As the big robot dragon roars. Yeah, it's a big powerful war, as it like more like powerful but electronic sounding. So as he jumps up, as he takes flight, using using sorry, using using technology to fly. So I guess you have some sort of jet propulsion system. But yeah, he's airborne as it chasing Midoriya all around the dome as it's shooting lightning at him. Shield, you better explain. I wanted to test Izuku, not kill the boy. And what the hell did you even get that thing? Seriously, Dad? A freaking dragon? Give it's a robot dragon, but still, that doesn't make it any better. Come on, daughter. Give me a second here. Daughter, ever since magic became a thing now, why not? I just combined a few a little bit. As Melissa's seriously, Dad? And Rose feels like, you're going to explain what the hell that is. As she points at the humongous dragon flying in the sky. They're able to see. They're in a visible, they're in an area where they can observe. They're in the room. Well, in separate. It's like a spine glass, like you have at interrogation at the office, like one of those, double mirrors type of deal. There's one like that over there. So, so they can observe Izuku and stuff like that. Pops your head magic? That can't be possible. Magic doesn't exist. As they all look at Mina, as she's like, "What?" As as Mina's like, "It does exist. Tell me everything." As Miss Rose's like, "That's classified information, young lady." Oh, that's no fair. It brings back to my child days, my younger years. I've always wanted to build a robotic dragon, but never our technology wasn't advanced enough. Ever since our technology got to level and we got another new power source, as you look at Melissa, she's like, "Don't tell me use my design." Exactly, daughter. I just borrowed it for a little bit. This is only just a a private project. I wasn't about to release this to the public or anything like that. This is just something I like to do occasionally. Now that I have the means, don't worry. It's highly been tested. It's a beta version, but I don't think it'll be causing any problems. According to all my calculations, it's to work perfectly fine. Every time a blasted scientist says that, it never turns out to plan. But I won't interfere as long as it doesn't get too bad. Like I said, Shield, I want the boy alive, not dead. Especially that boy right there is the son of a pro hero, and that pro hero happens to be one of my husband's friends, one of my husband's best friends. So I do not want to see him in a casket. The consequences can be dire, Shield. Remember that. We allow you to do your little thing out here on Island out of courtesy of All Might. No one else. The moment you become a threat, we will take you down. And it's just, yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand, Miss Rosefield. Let me get back to my work. She sighs. She's Japanese by the picture. It looks like it, or one of those regions. But she's Japanese, but she was raised in Russia, not Germany. Yeah, Germany. That'll work because it's supposed to be a German uniform. This was the only one I could find that was decent that doesn't have a swastika on slap it onto it. So That's the only decent one because YouTube's kind of weird about when it comes to the angry people. So let's continue our episode. Shooting as he's trying to dodge him as the robotic dragon boots forward, grabs Izuku, flies straight up as it dives down, smashing Izuku into the ground as he's pushing more force into him, trying to dig him even further into it. As he takes his claw off Izuku, as he does a humongous lightning blast, destroying that little, charring up the area pretty well. As you have Izuku, as his wings was covering him, covering from the blast. And it hovers like this in the picture over Izuku as it charges up a full blast. He's like, shit. He's like, damn it, I gotta take the blast. I don't have enough time to dodge this. As he respawns his wings he still has his wings out after he got smashed in the ground. As he covers himself with his wings, trying to block the blast as he's charging up, enchanting his defense with magic. Basically, resistance to the blast. As he's getting ready to charge, as instant out of nowhere, it gets really quiet. As Izuku's like, "What's going on? Why hasn't that that robotic dragon attacked yet?" As he looks, as the blast is frozen in midair, as everything else, everyone's frozen in place, like someone stopped time. That's exactly what they did. As Izuku opens his eyes, as he sees he's not in the dome anymore, as he's in the volcano, as he's like, "What the hell is going on here?" As he sees the lava bubbling, as he sees this humongous dragon come out, Izuku's like, "Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you supposed to be?" As Izuku's like, "And I want to know where I am at. I want answers now, Gecko." As as the dragon finally spoke. Ah, oh, glad I haven't lost my fiery spirit. What if I don't tell you these things, youngling? What will you do then, I wonder? As he's hovering around, his face got really close to Izuku. As Izuku's on a platform, as he's get closer to talk to him. If you don't give it to me, I'll break you. Doesn't matter how big you are, I'll take you out. As the dragon's like, "You challenge me, youngling?" As Izuku gets closer, "Yes, I'm challenging you." As the dragon bursts up laughing, as Izuku's like, "Do you find something funny?" As the dragon stops making fun of Izuku. "Ah, I haven't had that much fun in years. Centuries, maybe. More than that, really, but that doesn't matter. For your quiz, your first inquiry, we're in your mindscape. Don't worry. Before you enter this state, I cast some time magic and you'll be good for your fight. Everything in the outside world is in a standstill till I release it." Oh, sorry, guys. "And for who I am, youngling, as fire erupts around him as he slowly de-transforms. I am Anubis, and you are my reincarnation, Izuku Toshima, dragonkin. As we're going to stop it there. That's a good spot to stop it. In the next episode, we'll go into a little bit of the backstory of their final foe when Anubis was alive before he got reincarnated as Izuku. He is his reincarnation, but he's not going to take over his body. Not like Bahamut did. Anubis has been watching Izuku for a while now, so he's had a change of heart. He sees the humans in a different light, witnessing what Izuku witnessed his daily life. So, yeah, he slowly softened up to the humans a little bit. So, hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. All right, bye.